Hello everyone. Today we will learn about the derived data types, as we have three data types. Those are built-in data types, derived data types, and user-defined data types. So today in this video we will discuss about the derived data types. So the name itself says these are the derived data types which are derived from a built-in data types. So we have three types in this, those are arrays, functions, pointers. So first let us learn about the arrays. So what are the arrays? It's a collection of elements of similar data type. Okay, collection of elements of similar data type. Generally, if you want to take or print a single element, how will initialize this? That is, int a is equal to 4, and we'll print it as printf %d and a, so that you will get the output as 4. If we want to print more than one element, we have many ways. Like we can take another variable, and take one more value and print it. Okay, if you want more than 20 values, it's not possible to print the elements in this way. That means it takes lot of time and more code is required for that. Instead, we can go for the concept called arrays, and in this arrays concept we can declare, or we can take more than one element in a single variable. I'll show you how. Here my variable is a, so a of, I'll take a size that is 30. Here you can initialize the values 4, 6, 7, up to 30. You can take the values up to 30 because that is my array size. So before that, let us first see the syntax. You'll understand it more clearly. This is, and we have three types of arrays. Those are single dimensional array, two-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. In this single dimensional array, only one dimension is possible. That is, we can print the elements in a line. Okay, in two-dimensional array, 2 dimensions are possible, and we have rows. Two dimensions are rows and columns. That is the matrix. If we want to print the elements in a matrix form, then we use this concept, that is two-dimensional array. And this multi-dimensional arrays, if the array has more than 2 dimensions, then it is known as multi-dimensional array. Okay, now first we'll see single dimensional array. So in this, let us first see the syntax. See, you can see the syntax here. Int array name of array size, and encloses with semicolon. So here array name can be anything like variable name, and array size you can declare a size, that's your wish. And this is one declaration, and this is another syntax. That is, here if you don't want to take the input from the keyboard, here itself you can declare the values. Okay, here I am taking the size of int a of 5. You can declare the values. So here I am declaring a values here itself, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is in the same variable. That is, in one variable I can declare n number of values. So this is the syntax of the array, and I'll show you how it is stored in the memory allocation. And you have a single variable, that is a, and it is divided into 5 parts, and in each part each element is stored. So as this is the I, it is pointing to the first part, that is first memory allocation. So here This is the first position, as it is declared as I is equal to 0, and for second position it is declared as A of I is equal to 1. Like that it is declared up to 5 positions. You can take it as either 0, 1, 1, then it becomes 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll take it here 0. Now as A is my variable, so A of 0, as it is divided into 5 parts, so I am taking it as A of 0, that is A of I. Okay, A of I. So in the first position, that is if you want to store an element in the 0th position, then A of 0, in that place we'll store, that is A of 0 becomes 3. Now in the place of A of 1 we have 4, A of 2 we have 5, A of 3 is 6, A of 4 is 7. So in all the places we have filled the values. So I'll show you how to write a program using arrays. So I'll show you. Okay, first I'll initialize the array, that is A of, let us take size 30. So I'm just declaring 30, so you can take the values up to 30, but you need to specify the size also as comma n. So n, I have taken the n variable to declare the size of the array. That size should not exceed 30. Okay, hope it's clear. And I, for looping purpose, I'll tell you why to take this loops. Okay, now first I will specify the size, that is I am asking the user to enter the size. Enter the size. Scanf %d comma %n. Okay, declaration of size is done. Next we'll go for the declaration of arrays. That means we are taking the array elements. So enter elements into the array. Okay, double quote. Now to take the elements from the input, if you want to take a single element, we can simply write it as scanf %d address of a variable. But here we are taking more than one value. For that we need to use iteration, that is loops. So I less than n. Why I am taking I less than n? So within that you can take only n values. As I have declared the size as n, you can take only that. You can take only that size. Okay. Now to take the value from the keyboard, I'll take it as A of I. Array elements are now again I'm taking for loop to print the elements. Before I have taken for loop to scan the elements from the keyboard, that is to take the elements from the keyboard. Here I am taking for loop to print the same values on the output screen. So I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Now printf %d comma A of I. I'll first tell you how it works when taking the input from the keyboard. First, initially the I value is 0. That means at 0th location, will first it checks the condition whether the 0 is less than n or not. Okay, yes, the 0 is less than n. Okay, if the condition is true, okay, if the condition is true, it enters the for block and prints the statement, that is a of 0. It prints it takes the value. Okay, likewise it takes all the value, and again the value of I will be incremented. It goes to the next part, that is next memory allocation, and takes the input and stores. And when the user has to print the array elements at 0th location, what is the value before I have taken the value, that value will be printed. Okay, I'll run this, enter the size. So let us take size, that is 4. It's asking to enter elements into the array, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, same program in another editor I have written. So I'll execute this. So I'm running the code. Okay, it's asking to enter the size. So let us take size as 4. So 4 elements I need to give it as input, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can see entered elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, see, I'll explain you. Okay, when the ith value is at 0th position, that means a of 0 value will be printed, that is a of 0 is what, 1, and it is incremented, and again I becomes 1, so a of 1 is 2. Like that all values will be printed. As it is I is less than n, I value will be stopped at 0. So you will get the positions as a of 0 as 1, a of 1 as 2, a of 2 as 3, a of 3 as 4. Okay, this is how you will get the outputs. Okay, and the next is two-dimensional array. In this two-dimensional array, I already told you instead of size we will take rows and columns here, so can be defined as a array of array. Okay, for matrices we use this two-dimensional array, and the syntax for this is int array name, row size and column size. That is one more brace will be added here with column size. Okay, same before in this we have two declaration. Here also we have two declarations, that is if you want to declare directly in the initialization part, then we'll declare like this, that is a of 2, 4, this is row size and this is column size, and these are the elements of row and these are the second row elements. And so you have 4 columns, that is 1 and 5 are column 1, 2 and 6 are column 2, 3 and 7 are column 3, 4 and 8 are column 4. Okay, and I'll show you it in a program. So before, as it is only a single dimension, we have taken only I, but here as it is a two-dimensional, for that we need to take one more, that is j, I and j, and I'll show you how it works. For j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, see before that, see here I is pointed to this, that is I am taking I as a row size and j as a column size, that is I am taking the positions. I am pointing I to the row size, rows, and j to the columns. So here see, in the first, that is 1, 2, 3, the I will be pointing to this row. Okay, when the I is 0, this row will be pointing, and when the I is equal to 1, I will be pointing to this row. Okay, when the j is equal to 0, the j will be pointing to this column. If the I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0, then this is I is equal to 1, right? If j is equal to 0, fourth will be as a coming as a output. I'll show you how. in the program. First I will see, and next same I'll take in the, that is j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Here I have declared only 50. So now here I need to take one more variable, that is I am taking n. N is for row size and m is for column size, and I is for pointing the rows and j is for pointing the columns, that is position. So I'll ask the user to print the m size also. Enter the here row size, here column size. Column size. Okay, and I'll take this input from the user, %d, comma, address of n. Okay, here f, I and j. Same here, a of I, j. Now first I'll run this program and I'll show you. Okay, I'm running this. Enter the, first it asking me to enter the row size, that is let us take 3, and column size also I'm taking 3. So now you have to give 9 elements. So how it takes means 3 into 3. You will get as the elements number. Okay, row into column is equal to element number. That means you have to take 9 values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'll get it in the matrix form when you if you want these elements to get in a matrix form, for that what you have to do is see, remove this, and before this brace, that is below, printf /n, that is each row you will be getting in a separate line. Okay, now I'll run this and show you. There is an error. Printf, I need to end this with semicolon. Now first it asks me to enter the row size, so I'll take 2, that means 2 rows it has to print, and columns 2. Now I'll enter the values 4 as because row into column, that is 2 into 2, 4. So the number of elements I have to print are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll place /n here. Two, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, here you get you can see this matrix form. Okay, 1, 2 in one row and 3 4 in another row. You can see 2 rows and 2 columns. You can also mention here /t, that is tab space. You know, /t is for tab space. So when I run this again, so 2 1 2 3 4 see within there is a tab space between this elements. Okay, this is how we can print the matrices. You can perform many functions on this, like sum of addition of two matrices or subtraction. You can perform many operations on this matrices and arrays. So this is how we write a program using arrays, that is one-dimensional array and two-dimensional arrays. Okay, and we have multi-dimensional arrays as well. So in that I already told you, that is about this. If you want to take more than 2 dimensions, in that case we use multi-dimensional arrays. And we'll go to next concept, that is pointers. So what are pointers? So pointers are a special variables which are used to store the address, and also these are used to access the data of a memory location. So whatever the memory location, if a data is present in that memory location, if you want to access that element or data, in that case we use this pointers. Okay, we'll discuss this pointers concept in more detail in the next video.